Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope you guys are doing good. So, there's a little shack with a wizard inside of it near the Swamp of Aeonia, and if you do a side quest, it leads to a further part of the map, and he'll also show you some pretty cool spells as well.
Oh, a pleasure to see you. A pleasure indeed. I am Gowry, a great sage. In my day, anyway. I'd hoped to ask a favor when one of your ilk came along. A strapping young tarnished, able to cross the scarlet swamp of Aeonia. Don't fret, I'll provide fine recompense. Should you accept, I will teach you the secret of Sellia, the town you see there. Then you are willing to lend a hand, are you? I need your help to heal a certain young girl. Her name is Millicent. You will find her beyond Sellia, resting at the church atop the cliff, stricken by the rotting sickness. First, you must find the... It's hidden somewhere in the deep scarlet swamp of Aeonia. Then I will tell you the secret of the...
So, Millicent will actually attack you in a certain part of the Swamp of Aeonia. You can kill her and it won't affect the quest. She's pretty hard to kill as she's a pretty fast, high damage attacking unit. She does this forward spinning slashing attack, which kind of covers a lot of range, so just pull back pretty far if you see her like hovering in the air for a few seconds. You want to fight her not on the rots as well, because that will do a lot of damage to you. So the needle in question is in the same area that you just fought Millicent at. It's just a little bit further up. And you want to take out Commander O'Neill, as he is the one that is holding it. You should take out all of his archers first, as it will be pretty annoying if you just try to go straight for him. And eventually, once you take out all of the archers, you'll summon a bunch of melee fighters. But they're a lot easier to kite, so I didn't even take them out, and I just went for finishing off them.
You found the unalloyed gold needle. As promised, I've detailed the secret of Sellia right here. Go on. It's yours. Now let me have a look at the needle. Well, this is a marvel indeed. The work of a true artisan, a meticulous, bold craftsman who grasps the essence of life. Can you give me some time with this? As well made as it is, it won't be much use snapped in half, will it?
On this note here, he will tell you the secrets of the town of Sellia, which requires lighting 3 flames atop the candle towers to break the seals. They can be pretty annoying to get to, as you have to use your horse, and it's pretty easy to fall off the rooftops and have to do it all over again. Especially if you're trying to get items or kill beetles. This beetle in particular, you have to get on the tree branch to actually kill it, and then he like teleports to a rooftop and then like back to the branch, so it's pretty annoying for sure, and he'll probably cause you to fall. So you don't need to do all of these, but I mean, you might as well. But one of them unlocks the gate to access the upper area of the map and to bring the needle to Millicent. Another one unlocks a portal to fight 2 bosses within one area, which are pretty easy to defeat, which I will have at the very end of the video. And then another one of these towers unlocks some gates to some treasure within the town here. One is a stealth comet spell, and I forgot what the other 1 or 2 chests were. I was trying to find it on my video and I just couldn't find it. But the comet spell was the best one here. And this is another location that you can find another badass beetle helmet. So this is the gate that opened up with one of the flames that leads up to Millicent and another cool area that has some good stuff in it. And here's where you find the Night Comet spell. It's supposed to be a stealth spell, semi-invisible. So I think it's harder for the enemies to see it and dodge out of it. The wizard actually sells you a better version of this, which is a faster, cheaper version, because I don't think the mana cost justifies the damage. Same goes with the other regular comet spell.
I have awaited your return. The needle is repaired. Now it will forestall the rotting sickness, I'm sure. Will you give it to the girl, Millicent? I will reward you in kind. Millicent rests at the church atop the cliff beyond Sellia, the town yonder, tended to by the witless pests who worship her, or rather her rotting sickness, as a god. A wretched fate, indeed. The poor girl, she never wished for any of this. Do you find it peculiar that I would show such concern for the girl? Well, I'm the one that found her. A mere babe in the swamp of Aeonia. She is one of my dear daughters. But the rotting sickness erodes one's memory. I doubt that she remembers the first thing about me. Oh, I must be getting old. I didn't always worry so much.
Just watch out for these giant rolling balls that just materialize from thin air. And here's the church. You can actually run through on the side and you don't have to fight the guards in the front, which actually aren't that hard to take out, but they do high damage from ranged attacks, which you can just block with your shield. But be prepared for them to come around after you save it and attack you and kill you while you're activating the cutscene, which is a bunch of bullshit if you ask me. That's happened to me a few times. You should be immune at that point.
My flesh writhes with scarlet rot. It is a curse, not to be meddled with by man. You ask that I stab myself with the needle to quell the scarlet rot, but If you are wise, you will leave my flesh to quell. But never mind. I would rather than simply continue to spoil from within. Would you mind averting your eyes for a moment? Well, that was easier than expected. But why do I feel so...
Thank you for giving the needle to Millicent. Now she too can begin her journey and stare her fate straight in the eye. You've been a saint through and through. As thanks, I vow to impart to you my knowledge of the lost sorceries of the Sellians, descendants of the Eternal.
He rewards you with being able to purchase some pretty cool spells. I like the Night Shard because it's similar to the Swift Glint Shard, which is one of my favorite actually. And this one is harder to predict. I didn't buy the Glintstone Stars because I bought the more expensive one for 10,000 runes and it just sucks. Just hardly does any damage for the mana cost. Maybe this one's actually better though. It seems like the cheaper spells tend to be better and then they do more damage per mana cost. I also got the Night Maiden's Mist, which does damage to enemies that are near you. And this is what one of the other flame towers unlocks, this hidden boss as well. The bosses are pretty easy. You can just summon a summon and they will distract one of the bosses, and you can just take them out pretty easily with ranged attacks if that's what you use. One of them has a whip, which has some range on it, so be prepared for that. Let me know if you guys liked the tutorial, and I hope to see you on the next one.